This episode is sponsored by Natural Born Brand. Natural Born Brand is built on the philosophy that everyone has a certain trait or characteristic that sets them apart from everyone else. Some are natural born athletes, natural born leaders, teachers, etc. It's a trait that can be taught, learned, or replicated because you are born with it. And in the best of us, that trait is the reason we are destined for greatness. Go to www.naturalbornbrand.com, promo code ESTBirth.
Say it one more time.
You get 35% off.
Say it one more time.
Promo code ESTBRRTH. Get 35% off right now. If you want the flyest stuff.
I like that shit.
You want the flyest stuff, quality clothes, Natural Born Brand, no gimmicks.
None.
Okay, I see
what time. 1 2. Yeah, yo. Be that boy Lay Leezy.
Yo, this is Jason the Light, and I'll do it to you.
And this is Set the Tone Podcast, man. We global now.
That's a Fendi. Yo, right now, a lot of our people that came on the show, they've been a bartender, they've been a rap artist, entrepreneurs, but this is the first time we got a professional basketball player on the episode.
This man is natural born too.
Natural born. You heard? No gimmicks.
No gimmicks.
And this man got it out the mud. This man went to Malloy High School. Junior year, averaged 24 points a game. Senior year, 28 points a game.
Facts.
In ISA, this man has a career high, 63 points in high school. 2008 SEC Tournament MVP.
Georgia.
This man played all over the world. First stop was in Italy, China, Venezuela. He went to Turkey. This man played all over the world. When Sebastian was running up them stairs in Coney Island, this man was running up them stairs in Rochdale. You heard?
Queens.
The sun don't shine forever, but as long as we got Sundiata Gaines, we gonna shine together. You heard? Sundiata Gaines, what's good, baby? What's the word, man? Come in, What's good, baby? What's good, my man?
Yo,
Silent killer.
Very, very.
What's the word, man? Talk to us, man. How you been, man?
Been good, man. Just vibing, living life, man. Just enjoying myself, man. I can't complain.
As you should, man. As you should.
You gotta start from the beginning with you, though. Like,
you have to.
You have to, because you know, you come from Queens, and you know we got the Lamar Odom, we got Ron Artest, Skip, many. You know what I mean? But people don't really. I won't say don't really, because people do. But it's like Yada Gaines was putting that work. Like I remember, like he says, he went to Malloy High School. See, that was the time when I was really into the high school basketball. So I know Malloy versus Christ the King was like, whoa, that's like, yo, that's like the Garden type shit. Like those type of games, like going to that, I remember them shit. So I remember when you first got there, I think when you was a freshman, I think they was talking about you moving to varsity as a freshman, but Jack Curry don't play that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know.
He don't play that shit. So it's like, but even before getting into that, just as a biddy, like how get into basketball? How y'all get into basketball?
For me personally, it just started when I was little. Like I was about 4 years old. My pops and my brother, they like introduced me to basketball. And like from there, it was just like I was just like, wow, you know. My pops used to be down in Rochdale playing like a 3-on-3, like with his older friends, and you know back then, you know the old school guys, they on the ace bandages around the knees and all that. He doing the back down. He like, yo son, you know, here I am, 44 years old, and they double teaming me. I was like, you know, at that time I don't really know. He's just like, why they double teaming me? I'm like, I'm too old for that. He's like, I'm about to retire from playing out in the parks too. I was just like, oh, okay. And so he was playing that. I saw him playing. My brother at the time was like in high school. He was going to New Utrecht. He went to Westinghouse for a little bit.
Okay.
So like the gang got introduced to me early. So, but as soon as I started, it's like as soon as my life could have ended too. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was 4 years old, I got shot in my neck.
What?
Yeah, like right here, I got it's like a little scar over here.
I see it.
And it came out through the back of my head. So I like
At 4?
At 4, yeah. So it was like an inch away from hitting my artery in my neck, which I would have died.
Wow.
So it was kind of like a blessing, and I kind of knew after I made it through that, you know, and I still discovered basketball after that. I was like, you know, this might be my calling. I don't really know at that young age, but I realized I was kind of good at it. But
what happened though? I mean, we not just going.
Yeah.
What happened at 4 years old? Like,
You was using the game?
Yeah.
Nah, I wasn't gang. I was gang. So what happened?
I was sick. You get my man getting cooked.
Chill.
Nah, I wasn't ganging, but my mother and father, they separated when I was like probably like 1 or 2.
Okay.
And I probably like during the week I would stay with my mother in Brooklyn. A lot of people didn't know I was in Fort Greene, Brooklyn, like downtown Brooklyn. So Monday to Friday I stayed there, and then on like the weekends I come see my dad in Rochester and Queens. So one day my brother happened to be with me out in Brooklyn with my mother, and like, you know, we standing. My mother told him like, "Yo, you go to the store." My mother was into like making green cards, like that was her thing. So like she made green cards. So my brother went to like the supermarket. She told him to get some stuff, and I'm, you know, as a kid, 4 years old, I'm standing in front of the window, like, what's going on? I'm just looking outside, and as I'm standing there, I'm just looking out the window, and this guy just started approaching the window, which happened to be the guy that owned the copy machine, printing machine place, and he was a detective. And I'm standing there, I'm looking, and all of a sudden, just like he dropped his suitcase, and the gun went off. He had a gun in his suitcase. The gun went off, and it hit me in my neck. And I didn't really know what happened at the time. I'm just like, you know, oh, just like in a state of shock. And I just like fell to the ground for a second. And my mother was like, oh my God, like, what's going on? What's going on? And I'm just like, damn, like, I know I'm bleeding. I know something is wrong, but I ain't want to touch it. I ain't want to touch it. It was raining that day out on my raincoat. I remember like I had my yellow raincoat. I was just like, damn, you know what I'm saying? So
that's tough.
She's like, yo, just calm down. And the ambulance came, and they started cutting me with the scissors. And it was like, just relax. Everything's going to be all right. And I just went to the hospital that day, and I was there probably for like a week. And so like, I only could have like probably like 1 or 2 visitors. So my mother would come during the day, my father would be at night. They alternate. But in my mind as a kid, I was just like paranoid. I was scared. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, even when anybody left for like 2 seconds, I was just like, where y'all going? Like, come back here. You know what I'm saying? So, so I was in the hospital for a week, and I just happened to make it through. You know, fortunately in the hands of the universe and God. Like, that was just a blessing for me. But at the same time, with me giving another chance of life, that's when I realized I was just like, you know what, this probably might be my calling. That's my father kind of like introduced me to basketball, and then that's when it started. And I was 4. By the time I was 6, I realized I was like, I'm pretty good at this, like in the guys in the community. I was better than them. And I got to 7, and one of my homeboys, Elite, his pops,
shout out
Al Pauline, he introduced, rest in peace to Al Pauline. Yeah, he was a great guy, man. He was a great guy. He was the first guy that told my pops, was like, you know, maybe Yada should go and play with the Panthers in Queens. You know what I mean, with Cat. He should try it out. And I was just like, okay, I'll give it a look. And that was kind of like my first start. I started playing AAU basketball with Cat in Queens, and you know, from there, it kind of like little by little took off. So
definitely took off.
People don't know that you're the reason why Gauchos has a Nike contract, right?
Oh nah, they don't really realize that. They didn't.
Gauchos.
I mean, Gauchos, you know, historically, Gauchos,
It's a legendary organization,
legendary.
But they didn't get the Nike contract.
Nah, they didn't get the
until
Nike.
My man YG was there. You heard?
They did. People don't know that though. You know what I mean? Like, I even had guys after us, like Kimball Walker. You know, with the Knicks now.
Of course,
he was after us and whatnot. And people don't know, like, before I got there, they were sponsored by like N1 and some other
Calm Moves.
Calm Moves or whatever. And we got there, and it was me. It was 3, I'll say 3 guys that I call. It was me, my guy Russell Robinson, and Ronald Ramon. We was like the 3 core. We stayed there from like 6th, 7th grade till we was seniors. We graduated. Pretty much, we went on the AAU circuit. We dominated everybody. I mean, anybody you could think of in our age bracket, we just dominated them. Your best guy, your favorite player, you might still like. You know, I remember one time we played against Team Texas. They had LaMarcus Aldridge, Daniel Gibson.
All that. Work.
Beat them by 20. Like, I know one time, older guy, Al Jefferson, he been out the league for a little bit,
Yeah.
But beat his team. He from Mississippi. He was beating them by 20. Dude. I mean, it got to a point where we was winning so much that I remember one summer we was so tired from winning. We was just like, yo, we don't want to play no more.
We ain't That's pulling crazy. Up. We don't even pull up.
Play no more. Yeah, because in AAU the best Nike tournament is called Peace Jam. They have it down in Augusta, South Carolina, and whatnot. Those were like, you're going to see all the college premier, North Carolina, Duke coaches, all the top coaches. Everybody's going to come in. The top 24 teams in the country is going to be in Peace Jam. And we went in there our first year. They invited us. They didn't want to invite us at first. And then we got in there, and I mean, we just dominated everybody. Like, it wasn't even close. Like, it's just, like the games, I can understand, like, we won by like 6 or 5. No, we was winning by at least 10 every game.
Who was on your team?
It was me, my man Russell Robinson, Ronald Ramon, and my guy Curtis Kelly.
Of course, left-handed.
Left-handed. We had Taj Gibson. He used to come off the bench. Taj would come off the bench.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Right?
Shout out to
That's crazy. Yeah.
New York Knickerbocker.
Exactly.
We had Jesse Sapp. He went to Georgetown.
I know Sapp. Yeah.
We had a couple guys though, but I would say that was kind of we had a squad. But I say our main core, because some guys interchangeable, like they come in and out.
Yeah.
But I say our 3 main cores, like my guy went to Pitt, Ronald Ramon, and Russell Ryan went to Kansas. Like we was the 3 main guys, and everybody else kind of came and went
in and out,
in and out and whatnot. So that was cool though. Yeah, it was cool.
When you put in that work in Malloy, right? How was it when you had to fill in Kenny Anderson's shoes? Not fill it in, but you get the New York pressure, Kenny Anderson went there.
Nah, chill. We ain't gonna do that, man. I'm my man Reggie Brown, man. Don't do that. I know a couple Malloy guys, man. You know what I mean?
I'm saying about how was it?
Marlon Smith. I know a couple Malloy.
Maul. Speaking of Maul, he was Marlon Smith was the guy. I was probably in 6th grade. He was a year older than me. And he was the only player I looked up to, even he was only a year older than me. I'm talking about this guy was nice.
Marlon was nice.
7th and 8th grade, no, 6th, 7th, 8th grade. This guy was nice.
Was very nice. Yeah.
Hearing that coming from me to tell somebody nice, that's gonna mean a lot. This guy used to kill.
He was supposed to be the guy at Malloy. But I remember when you pulled up.
This guy used to kill guy with Air Maxes on. Air Maxes. I don't think y'all understand. His handle was unbelievable.
Handle was tough.
Jimmy was crazy. I used to look at him this guy's God. I ain't never seen a basketball player. And he only a year older than me. I was this guy's God.
Y'all ran a backcourt at the time together, right?
In Malloy, when I was a junior, he was a senior, and I was a sophomore, and he was a junior.
Yeah.
But when you was a senior, you was averaging almost a 30 pack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Easy. I mean, the next guy after me was my homeboy Ronald Ramon. He averaged probably 23. So I averaged 30, and the next guy was 23.
What high school he was
That's
at?
So the gap. That was the gap, how bad I was.
What high school he was at?
He went to All Hallows.
All
Hallows, yeah.
And then before, y'all would run a pro, like a college type of plays, right? Y'all wasn't it's a Christian, a Catholic school.
Nah, it's Catholic school, but
it's y'all wasn't they don't want y'all to run up the board like that. You got to take your time.
They're not letting you go nut
Nah. Believe it or not, I could go nut. I don't know about everybody else, but I could go nut. But we ran kind of semi a little flex offense, a little Princeton. But at the time, I could break an offense at any time. My coach, he was a little older. But he was a legendary high school coach, Jack Curran. Rest in
he
peace
did
to him.
not play that guy. I remember when you
was
pulled up as a freshman and I saw you play. I'm like, nah, son, tough, because you was cut early, bro. You had body early. You know what I'm saying? I was I remember, I'm like, yo, you think he gonna be on the Voss and all that? Because I went to King. You know what I'm saying? So,
that's funny
and all that.
That's funny you say you went to King, because the only reason why I went to Malloy, I'm gonna tell you right now, the only reason why I went to Malloy, the year I was coming in, they was having girls come to that school. Cause it was all boys.
It's
Other
all
than
boys.
that, I would have went to
Matter
Christ
of fact,
King.
you're right.
I would have went to Christ
That's why
King.
they're trying to match you out with Mary Lewis and all that.
Yo, people don't understand. It was just that little instance with, because I couldn't go to school all guys. No way. All day, every day, guys talking about, nah, I can't do that shit. Nah. Niggas be doing all type of homo shit all day. Like, I can't do that shit. Like, none against.
Clean that shit up.
But I just like at the end of the day, I can't be looking at guys all day. Like I needed something
as a high schooler, and you know you ball. We could go to the league. Like I'm not doing this early. Like you know what I mean.
How did you go about picking Georgia as your college to go to?
I was playing AAU. I was playing AAU, and I had a couple schools. I had a lot of the Big East, all the Big East. Villanova was one of the main schools in the Big East. One of me, Pittsburgh. But with Georgia, the thing that bore me about them was they told me I was gonna come in as a freshman. I was gonna play 35 minutes a game out of 40 minutes,
you can do that.
and I was gonna start.
As a resume,
I was like, yo, right SEC, this is a big conference. You know, you got Kentucky. You know, you got LSU. You know, these is you know, it's a lot of big schools in that conference. Teams, So I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna go here. They was on probation at the time because the former coach, you know, he was into like playing guys under the table, you know, things like that. So they was like, yo, you gonna come in, you gonna play 35 minutes a game, you gonna start. You got no choice but to start. So I was like, all right. So I went there and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna go here. I had 5 visits scheduled. Georgia was like kind of like my 3rd visit. They was like, yo, can you move it up to 1st? And I remember Pittsburgh was like my 2nd or 1st. And I told Pittsburgh, I was like, yo, I'm gonna come after because Georgia need to push up a little bit. It was like, all right, well, if you push us back, you can't play the 2 because I wanted to play the 2 in college. I was just a scorer.
Okay, all right.
It was like, you know, I was like, whatever, man. I was like, whatever. So I went to Georgia visit. They was like, well, now all you can do is play the 1 if you want to come in. We signed somebody already. I was like, I don't want to play the 1. I was like, you know what? I ain't going on these other visits. I'm signing at Georgia. Yeah. And you know, fuck around anyway. I want to play the 1 anyway in Georgia. So I was like, yo, this shit's crazy anyway. I like work. So I want to go into Georgia and
You never thought about the Johnnies?
Nah, never.
Thank you.
You know what? I never wanted to stay home though. You know what I mean? Okay. I wanted to go like somewhere far, like where I could develop as a person, as a man. And I felt like that was a good school because at the time going to Georgia, like that was a big transition for myself, like getting away from my family. And that was my first time going to school. It's a powerhouse football school now. It's not even basketball. Like they always top 10. Like even right now, they number 1 in the nation right now. You know what I mean? Right now. And at the time, the quarterback when I came in there, it was David Green, and then right after him, a year later, it was Matthew Stafford.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like
where's he at? The Lions
was big,
now, right?
the Rams.
The Rams exactly.
He was big man on campus. So you know what I mean? It's just like, you know, like that school was just powerhouse. I didn't even know what tailgating was. Like being from New York, like you don't do no tailgating in New York. Go down south, that's a culture. That's like a religion. You know what I'm saying? Like
they got to respect you because back then there was no short guards in the SEC conference.
It wasn't.
Conference.
Yeah,
the Big East is like smaller guards, little guards, but that's the best thing for a person that's coming out of New York City. Like, if you go to a school in New York and you're from New York, you know how that gonna go already.
Yeah.
Come on, party, chilling, you're gonna be distracted. That's why even Sebastian said, "Nah, I'm not."
Party, chilling like that kid.
Stephon Marbury, nah, I'm going to Georgia Tech. Like, nah, I can't. Come on, man.
Yeah, these guys had to go away because it's a better environment for yourself because when you stay at home, it's like it's a natural given. Like you're gonna go back and chill in your hood. You know, your people's around. They gonna tell you what you should be doing. Like, yo, what? Like, nah, I don't need that distraction. Like, I want to focus on what I got to do. And it's like, all right, so I went to Georgia, and people don't know. They be like, yo, what's the best time of your life? And I be like, yo, college. They're like, yo, not playing pros? Like, no, college. Like.
In 2008,
you the man there.
Yeah, the man.
2008, you was all SEC second team, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Then in that year, I don't know if it was that year or the next year after, y'all was last place, but y'all still won the tournament.
Yeah.
How was that journey right there?
Oh, that was tough. That was tough. I would say like our team, we had a bunch of walk-ons. Our coach like kicked off like 3 or 4 scholarship players because they got in trouble outside, whether on the court or off the court. So like we was losing a lot of games. We was in last place
during the season.
Yeah, during the season. And you know, one thing I always said to myself, I was just like, yo, you know, I'm a positive person. Like I got a good outlook on life and whatnot. I was like, damn, we losing, but we losing, but it's only by like 4 or 5 points, even against the good schools.
We in the game.
Like, we in the game. So I really never really felt like discouraged, you know, whatnot. So we just kept losing, and then it came around the tournament time. So I was just like, yo, if we don't win the tournament, my career is over.
Yeah.
And if my career is over, I don't know if I'm gonna make it to the next level or not, or whatever.
That's tough, yo.
So we went in the conference tournament, and we played Auburn our first game, and we won. And then they had a tornado in Atlanta.
Okay.
And with the tornado in Atlanta, like it changed everything, because now the games shift from Georgia Dome, where the Falcons was playing at the time, and it kind of went to Georgia Tech. So this is like after now we gotta play 2 games in one day. Like, what you hear college basketball? You gotta play
one day.
2 games in one day.
75 minutes a game.
Yo,
Nah, they don't do that. Double headers.
Yes,
like, what?
in college, yes.
Nah,
it took me back to AAU.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
yeah.
And now imagine your first game in the day, you playing Kentucky in the morning.
Kentucky,
exactly. Powerhouse Kentucky.
How did that game go?
We beat them.
Okay.
It was tough.
Who's the guy at that time?
It's man Russ, right? Was Russ playing at that time?
Nah.
Russ is not Kentucky.
No, not.
Oh,
Probably anybody from New York. It probably have been my man Smooth, Ramel Bradley. He was from New York.
Oh yeah.
He went to Brooklyn. He was whatever. They didn't really have like no big names. Patrick Patterson, he in the NBA now. He was on there. It was about a couple guys, but
all right.
It was still Kentucky at the end of the day.
It's still a premier
you know
team.
What I mean? Yeah.
Shout out to Ramel Bradley.
Coached well.
We beat Kentucky in the morning, and then we had to come back at night, and we had to play Mississippi State, and we want to be in Mississippi State. So I was like, damn. What
do you guys do in between that? What do you do in between a
Morning
doubleheader like that? Like,
we
just won a big game. You can't get too excited. We got another game at 9. Like, what are we doing?
Take a nap.
Word?
They had IV set up for us.
Okay.
Damn, it's real like that.
Yo, listen, this is a business right here. Bro. Like, you make it sound like that.
Yeah,
bro. We had IV set up. Guys was taking IVs, taking a nap. And it's like, yo, any food you need, all the food you need, we give, food service, buffet, whatever. So we did that, and then we played Mississippi State. We want to beat them at night. But the main thing I would say, like, my guys, like, on my team, they was younger. They was like freshmen and sophomores, but they was like, they didn't want my career to be over. And that's what I kind of appreciate about them. Like, they knew I wasn't going to let them down. But if they saw fear in my eyes, we would never had a chance.
So you're the man on the team. There's no other guy. Like, when you have, like, another dude who get buckets too, or he could make the league too, that it wasn't that situation at all.
You thought of Georgia, it was just me.
Wow.
That's all you thought about. Like,
wow.
Now, I was probably like, at the time, I was like one in like maybe 10 or 15 players in the nation. I led my team in scoring. I led my team in assists.
And rebounds. Right?
I led my team in rebounds. I led my team in steals.
Everything.
The only thing I ain't lead my team in, what I almost did, was blocks. I was damn near close, but you know what I'm saying? But I'm a guard. I'm 6'1". You know what I mean?
Damn, what you want me to do?
What you want me to do, man? I'm carrying everybody. You know what I mean? Like, and whatnot. So we want to play in them, and then we won that game, and then we played against Arkansas in the championship. They had Gary Irvin. He from Port Robeson. Right. And Patrick Beverly was on that team.
Very
tough.
And whatnot. And we want to beat them in the championship. So that's how I was able to get tournament MVP, and we won the championship. We went to the tournament. That was our first year. And at the time, my coach, he was on the hot seat. If we didn't win that, he getting fired. Yeah. He already knew that. But it's crazy as it sounds, me and him had the best relationship. Mm-hmm. But I kind of told him, like, I'm gonna give you another chance. Like,
senior year, man.
Yeah, it's like, my senior year. I want to win, but I was like, you know what? I knew if I won, like, I'm gonna give you another chance and whatnot. So.
And you also knew that he was giving you 35 minutes a game. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't.
He had no choice.
He has no choice.
It's either you give me 35.
If he really wants his job, he gotta get that 35. Or you
gonna find the next man on the block. Like, yo, you want to play? I'm gonna give you 35.
Yeah.
Like,
you gotta give
you
that 35.
You gotta give me 35.
You gotta give him 35.
The guy on the block.
They offer you nothing to come to Georgia?
Chill, man. We gonna tamper with his NCAA regulations, right?
That's cool.
It's not tamper. It's not cool. It ain't tamper. I'm just saying, like,
yo, how much was?
My man, I remember.
Jump into that account real quick.
I remember watching a movie called He Got Game, right? And then I remember Ray Allen was in there, And they was like, yo, they had the joints in the room. He coming in, he's clapping them up.
Oh, the Rick Fox scene.
Yeah, like.
I mean, that happens in college.
That happens in college.
All right, so let's talk. What you talking about?
That happens.
Nah, but I thought you talking about a blue chips type of thing. Like,
No,
I'll be honest, though.
Hold on. Take our
tomorrow
time.
morning,
Hold on.
$100,000 in Mama Love's account, a new car. You know what I mean?
Nah, I'll be honest though. When I went to college though, I will say, before I got there, I did ask him when he came to see my parents at my house. He's just like, you know, we want him to come here one night. I was like, yo, how much money y'all giving me?
As you should.
And he was like, we're not giving you no money. We on probation. We can't afford to give you money.
Well, guess what? I'm on probation too.
I was like, well, you know, I'm thinking about going somewhere else. He's like, well, you shouldn't do that, man. Listen, man, I'm a good guy. He's talking about his family from the army and all this. I was just like, yo.
Put that story up, my man. Give a damn about your yo, who in the army? A 10 what? Get your ass out of here. What you got on that account, fam?
I got family from slavery. Nigga, what the fuck you talking about, nigga?
That story. I'm from Rochdale, homie. What you talking about? You didn't see the elevator you came up in, my nigga? What you talking about?
Yeah, he was talking about stealing from the army and whatnot. He's like, yo, just vibe with me and like look out for me, like come on with our team. And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a chance, and that's when I give it a chance. So,
Safe to say he at least owes you a coaching job or something right now. Like what?
Nah, you know, he
still
call me to the day, like randomly.
As you should. Like, what are you talking about?
Yo, what's going on? He checks on me. I will say that though. Yeah, I will say. You know what I mean? I will say.
There was something I was watching on Netflix, right? It's called Bad Sport. You seen that?
Nah, I ain't seen that.
I heard about it.
One episode, right? The first episode. It was this point guard. He went to Arizona State, right? I think his nickname was like Headache. Not that Headache we know from New York. Different Headache. He was point shaving. And they gave him 20 racks every time he did that in the game. And the guy that was giving him the money was betting on the game and making $1 million a game. So for every 20 he gave him, he made $1 million. He said, listen, I just need the spread to be 6. Say the spread was 9, he would just tell him 6 just in case.
Yo, believe it or not, it goes on. Like that's not.
Yeah,
like, I'm not here sugarcoat nothing.
You're not gonna
like,
throw the extra sauce, but it happens,
bro.
You know what I mean?
Whether it's the players, the referees, like y'all saw your man Donahue, he was a main culprit doing that at the league. Like these guys do that, and you be like, yo,
playoff games.
And sometimes you be looking at shit, you be like, you be in a game, you be like, damn, motherfucker fouled me. Like you ain't calling that. Like nah, I ain't see that. But
how was that game y'all lost when y'all went to the tournament? That first day, y'all lost the first round in your senior year, right?
Yeah.
The referee wasn't calling no fouls.
Oh, man.
Y'all was up by 15,
we
14,
was up by
15.
15.
You was up by 15? What was the spread?
Yo, I don't know what the spread is. But listen, let me tell you something. I don't know what the spread was. But you got a number 3 seed or whatever the hell it was. We was like a number 12 seed. We was up 15. And I'm talking about... Listen, obviously, they know I'm the best player on my team. And I'm talking about they had this guy guarding me, and I'm talking about he was fucking me up. Like, literally, like, every play down the court.
Off the inbound.
Elbowing me. I'm like, yo, I'm looking at the ref. I remember his name, too. His name was Ed Hightower. He been around forever. He had the flat, he had the flat top and all that. And I'm looking at him like, yo, you not going to call foul? Like, this is child abuse. Like, he like, yo, you not going to call foul? Like, he's like, nah. He just like, it's not a foul. I'm just like, yo, he's hitting elbowing me. He over here getting excited, think he doing something. I'm like, yo, you a bum. Like, fuck out here. Like, you just out here just guarding me. Like, they just got you the defensive specialist. You just fucking me up.
He remember the ref name, like the player name. Like, yo, remember this bum ass.
Yo, he kept fouling me the whole game. I'm trying to fight through. And the one thing, I mean, I don't really regret things in life, but one thing I will say is I probably would have said to myself, I was just like, yo, I was kind of like missing a little bit after that, but I was like, yo, thinking about it now, I was like, yo, I should have kept shooting.
You let it play with you.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
All right.
But I should have just kept shooting. Even if I would have missed, fuck it. I would have went 6 for 40.
Yeah,
you know
I should have just kept shooting.
Fuck it.
They know that.
You the
yeah,
one. So
yeah, but I want to like, I don't know what I was, but I probably might have been like 6 for 15 or 17. But I was like, yo, I should have shot 6 for 40.
Yeah,
because I know if we'd have won that game, I'll be honest with you, if we'd have won that game, I think the next 2 rounds, we would have won the next 2 rounds. We probably would have won.
Who's y'all played next?
It probably would have been either Purdue or Duke. Somebody like that.
Duke wasn't that good.
Duke wasn't that good that year. They wasn't that good. So I know it was like Greg Paulus type thing. Like it wasn't even that good.
Yeah.
I knew like we could
we could work that. Yeah.
And then the next round, there, whoever it was, I think it was Purdue or somebody else. I don't know who it was, but we could have beat them. Mm-hmm. But if we'd have got to the Elite Eight, I'd be like, we got to ass kick. We were playing against UCLA at that time. They had Kevin Love, they had Darren Collins, Darren Westbrook. Yeah, but that was the game I'd have been like, fuck it. Tough. I would have just went for my numbers because I knew we would have lost that game.
But at least you get seen, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, yo, whose son that's getting busy on Collinson real quick? Yeah. Like, you going to do what you do.
That was the first time that you experienced in your basketball career that somebody was fouling you, not getting no calls.
Yeah.
You don't think the referees know that?
Of course.
Nah, they know that. Like you, it took you a minute to. You see how you say like if I would have went back, I just kept shooting. I would have played through it. But you see how you got lost. But when you get lost, that's when Xavier goes on a 10-0 run.
Yeah, that's when they did. They did exactly.
12-0 run. As soon as you and they know.
And they coach knew that. Xavier coach knew that. He knew that I was the best guy on the team. They like, yo, we got to shut this guy down. We got to do whatever we can. We got to mess him up. Because they knew if they took me out of the game, like we could beat these guys, like easy. Mm-hmm. But. I mean, I was trying to fight through it, but my team also too. It's like it's a lot of pressure for myself. I'm like, yo, they know I'm the guy, and it's like my team is relying on me. Like, yo, you got to do everything. Like,
nah, we can't do that too. Give me one game, fellas.
Nah, it's not even that because like, you got to think these guys. They've been relying on me all year. Like, it's just like they knew like if they see me discouraged, now I know that they're gonna be discouraged.
But look how you said even just now in this right here, you said. Yeah, it's for you, but you told your coach, yo, I'm going to do it for you too. Because I know your job's on the line.
Yeah, I did tell him that. He gave me a big-ass hug one time when I went
As he should.
But why can't your teammates got to do that too? Like, you talking about Kemba. All right, Kemba's on the Knicks now. I'm sure Julius having a bad day. He could go, yo, him and D-Rose will walk up to him, yo, we see what's going on with you. Mm-hmm. We're gonna hold this down today. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They didn't do that for him last season.
But they tried, they tried, but at the same time, they knew it was a limitation to themselves. Like, like they knew like they could do good and whatnot, but they knew they wasn't gonna give over the hump. Okay, they knew that I had to come through. Yeah, and which I had to. But I mean, I was trying, but at the same time, like
the shit out
he wasn't calling. They wasn't calling me nothing. I'm looking at her like. You're not gonna call no foul, like nothing. Mm-hmm. You're like, I didn't see nothing. I'm like, what do you mean you didn't see, bro? Like, what do you don't see? And the dude over there that's guarding me, he hyped like he doing something. I'm looking at him like, yo, if this is a street ball, I'll punch you in your fucking face. Like, fuck this basketball shit. Like, they don't understand. Like, I'll snuff your ass. Like, all that bullshit. But if we in a college setting, I'm like, I gotta keep it cordial. Like,
make the league, you know
what I mean?
When I tell us about the 2008 draft. Because that referee kind of slowed you down a little bit. Yeah. Because he's not calling the foul, and you need this game to blossom to get more looks.
Who's the top picks in that 08 draft? What class is that?
I'm not sure who was the top pick. I want to say Derrick Rose was in that. He was in that draft. I'm not sure if he was or not.
Is that Steph?
You know what? I went up against Westbrook in the Knicks workout, so I know he was in that draft.
That's not Steph, right?
Nah, I want to say Derrick Rose in that draft too. I want to say
D-Rose. Okay.
Because I remember I went over with Westbrook. Derrick Rose probably was in that draft.
A lot of guard play.
Yeah, it was a lot of guard play in that draft.
Darren Collison.
Yeah, he probably a little later. I can't remember who was the number one pick in that draft though. But
08.
It was a lot of guards though.
Is that
I just know
it
was a lot of guards.
No, Candy. I'm bugging. I'm tripping.
Yeah. Give me mine. Give me mine.
Candy.
You know what? I'm thinking about the other homie. I'm thinking about son from Oden that went to Portland. What's son that went to Portland?
Oh, Greg Oden.
Yeah,
Greg Oden.
I'm thinking of him, and I'm seeing Old Candy. That's what my problem is.
Nah. I don't think he
that's what the problem is. But
Candy,
him,
that was with Clippers.
Yeah. I'm bugging Old Candy.
You watching the draft? You watching the draft? The first round.
Yeah.
What's going on in your mind?
In my mind, I was just like, you know what? It's a chance I might get drafted first round, but being realistic with myself, I was just like, you know what? I'll probably slide a second round.
Where are you? Are you at the Garden? Or
no, I'm at the time. I'm at school in Georgia.
Oh,
I'm chilling with my homeboy. Okay. I'm in my apartment, and
okay, out of college in the apartment. Okay,
yeah, I'm in my apartment. I'm just chilling. I'm just like, he like, yo, you think you're gonna get drafted? I'm just like, we'll see. I had like 15 workouts. It's probably like 28 teams at the time. I don't know, 28 teams. So that's a lot of workouts for a guy coming out of college because the average guy's not getting that. So I had the Heat and the Mavericks. They called my agent. It was like, yo, we thinking about taking him in the second round. The Heat was like, we'll take him, but we're gonna draft him, but we're gonna send him overseas. The Mavericks was like, yo, we'll take him if we're available, whatever. So some of the guys that was supposed to go in the first round want them going to the second round. So that kind of like they took them guys that didn't go the first round and the second round. So it kind of like canceled me out in a way. So I want them going and I ain't get drafted, which was crazy to myself. I was like, damn, I ain't get drafted. So my mind's just like, you know what? What's the next avenue? So I was like, yo, go to Summer League. So Summer League come around and I asked my agent like, yo, what's up, teams, whatever. He's like, yo, nobody wants you. I was like,
said it like that?
He's like, yeah, no. He's like, he said,
yo, where he at now?
He said,
I like the way he said that.
Yo, nobody wants you.
I don't like that.
Nah, but not in that way. Like nobody wants you, but like
tell me rosters are filled up.
We all filled up, like you know what I mean? Like in a way, like the rosters all filled up. Like we ain't got no space left. It's like there's nothing left for you, like whatever. So I'm just like, damn. So I'm like, damn, I can't play Summer League. So I'm like, all right. So Summer League is over. So I'm like, yo, let me just go to training camp.
Okay.
Training camp come around. He's like, yo, everybody got their rosters full. I was like, how everybody got their rosters full? Like, I mean, you're supposed to be a
which
job.
Training camp is this?
Training camp with anybody.
Okay.
Anybody. I can go with anybody because now I'm a free agent.
29
I didn't sign with nobody, so I'm a free agent. And it's best, I tell you all the time, it's best. If you don't get drafted first round, it's best to go undrafted. I mean, it might look good to you.
You don't even want the second round.
Yeah, it might look good to you in your mind, like, yo, I want this. I got drafted in the second round pick, but you get drafted second round, get cut like this.
Easily.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're not first round is guaranteed. Second round, everything else, they got to finagle and like figure out a contract for you. And so that didn't work. I ain't had no summer league or nothing. So I was like, damn. He was like, yo, you got to go overseas then, I guess. I was like, overseas? That never ran across my mind at all. I'm like, what the hell did you mean, like, overseas? So I'm just like pissed. So I was like, you know what? I wound up signing going to Italy. And I remember the first day I got over there, I was playing like a couple weeks. And I'm playing against guys over there. I'm just like, yo, these guys is fucking terrible. They fucking terrible. I remember playing against one guard. I don't know this nigga first name. His last name was Collins. And I was just pissed. I was so pissed. I'm playing against him in a preseason game. And I'm just like angry. I'm just like killing him, whatever. He's like, yo, why you so angry? I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Like, yo, like I'm trying to say, like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like, what I'm doing here, like, and my mom, like, what I'm doing here playing against you? You look like a bum, like,
bum, nigga.
And like, I'm playing against him, I'm killing him, and he's just like, yo, what's wrong with you? Like, I was just like, yo, I went from him to the next person. And then some just snapped at me and just like, yo, you can't be like this. Like, you can't be angry and pissed like this because it's not going to get you nowhere.
It's not going to get you in the league.
Yeah, it's not going to get you nowhere. So I was like, I like kind of fell back. And I played like maybe half the season. And we started losing a little bit. And the GM at the time in Italy was thinking about like cutting me. And I was like, yo, this is the first time I like somebody thought about cutting me.
But you the man, or he's just saying?
I wasn't really the man, but it was just like I was on the team. I'm with older guys, they vets on there, so I'm point guard. I'm thinking like, yo, get these guys the ball.
Yeah. But
I'm giving them the ball, but they not making and we losing. So they like, yo, we thinking about cutting him. I'm just like, yo, what the hell? Like, why you want to cut me? I'm like, I know I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
Quick, before hold on, my fault. Before you keep going, when you went to Italy, right? How come you didn't have the same attitude when you was in Malloy High School?
I did have
it because of structure. Because you said they were veterans. You give them the ball, but you was leading scorer in Malloy, right?
Yeah, but at that time coming up with basketball, they like kind of like they want to like put you in like a hole, like
a structure. Like,
yo, you a point guard, like you a point guard, you a shooting guard, you a small forward. As opposed to today, everything's positionless. Like, you a point guard. Get these guys a ball. Like,
only
distribute.
Shoot if you're wide open.
Exactly. Like, that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nowadays, it's like, it fit perfect for me because now it's like I'm a combo. You can score, you can pass. Like point guards, if you're not a scorer, like, I don't think this generation, like, the point guard, if he's not a scoring point guard, you're not going to win. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, longevity.
But it was kind of like that in a sense before.
Nah, it really wasn't. If you think about it, everybody had you positioned like, for example, Rondo.
Yeah.
He was a point guard, passing.
Yeah.
Like, if you think about all the teams, like, even Derek Fisher when he was on the Lakers, like, he ain't nothing crazy, but he was a passer. Like, like the teams that won, these point guards, guys was just distributing. They wasn't.
But I feel if you had really that talent to go off, they would let you. Only example I could say that I seen is Skip when he was with Orlando and he's killing. They going to the finals, and then they bring Jameer Nelson back. Like, we want the structure. And I'm like, yo, but Skip was just wild.
They won like 20-something games in a row.
Skip was killing. But when they bring Jameer Nelson, it's like, we want the structure. You know what I mean? And that fucked it up. So that goes to what you're saying.
When you was in Georgia, right, you said that your last game in the playoff game, right, you said you went 6 for 15. You said if you go back in time, you just would have kept going because they stopped you. If your first year in Italy, would you have done things differently or you would have played the same game? Because at the end of the day, you're not yourself.
Yeah, I wasn't myself mentally. I would say I wasn't myself mentally. Like, I was really, like, so pissed off. I wasn't, like, locked into what I was doing.
The environment's different. You
don't got the homies mind, I was just like, in my mind, I was just like, yo, I should be in the NBA. And then I'm playing against guys in practice. I'm just like, you know, nothing against them, but I'm just like, yo, I know I'm better than these guys. Like, I shouldn't be here.
Is the bread right, or is it
like forget the bread? I'm gonna tell you about all that in a second. Forget the bread.
Okay.
But I'm just like, yo, I shouldn't be here. Like, I know I'm better than these guys. It's not even close. Like, like they don't even compare to guys I was playing with in college. Sometimes I was just like, yo. So as I'm playing, I remember like the first 6 months I'm playing, and we started losing. They thought about cutting me, and I called my parents. I was just like, yo, I don't want to play basketball no more. I thought about quitting. Like halfway through my rookie year overseas, I want to quit. I don't want to play. It's like, why you want to quit? I'm just like, yo, it's too much bullshit. Like, I don't want to play. Like, they like, yo, just hang in there. I was like, nah. And then I went to practice the next day, and I had me a drink. I ain't gonna lie. I had me a drink.
Loosened up a little.
I had me a drink. And I went out, and I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going back to the old Yada. I just don't give a damn. We losing, they think about cutting me anyway. I was like, you know, I'm going back to old Yada. The old Yada is what? Get buckets.
Get buckets. If I'm going out, we getting buckets.
I started getting buckets, and we started winning. And they over there praising me now.
Be yourself, nigga.
You're like, yeah.
Be yourself.
Like, yeah. And I'm just like, yo, if that was the case from the jump, like, why y'all wanted me to distribute past these guys in the beginning? Like, why?
Them niggas just want to win.
Yeah, they just want to win. That's when it clicked to me in my mind. I was just like, yo, you just want to win.
You know what I mean?
So I started getting buckets. We started winning. And then, you know, from there, kind of like, at the end, like, as the year went on, I had a no give a fuck attitude. Like, I ain't really care. Like, I'll go out. We have a game Friday. I'll go out Thursday night. Because, you know, overseas, people watch you. Like, they Instagram, all that internet. They like, oh, he was out last night. If we lost, like, they like,
that's the reason why y'all lost,
you with that. Yeah. I didn't give a fuck. Like, I come to practice drunk as hell. Like, I mean, drunk as hell. Like, to the point the coach looking at me like, yo, you drinking? I was like, yeah, what you gonna do about it? Like, I didn't really care. But at that point, I got no conscience, and I just started playing my game, and we started winning. And the year was over. We just missed the playoffs, and it came back to summertime again, and it's going to summer league. So I'm just like, yo, I'm gonna go play summer league. Came summer league again. I have no summer league offers. I'm just like, yo,
what's going on?
I'm saying to myself, I'm that terrible. Like, I'm like, damn. Like, I started questioning my abilities and whatnot. So I was like, asking a couple guys on my team. I'm like, yo, what should I do? And they like, you know, I don't know. So then I got an offer for my second year. Now this offer is like, they offered me like $350,000, whatever, for the year. So I asked like 10 people, like, what should I do? 9 out of 10 people said, you should take that offer. Like, you
and imagine when you play overseas, it's not the whole year.
Nah, it's not.
How many games y'all play in the season overseas?
Well, it depends on the country. So like, it could vary. I mean,
more than 50?
Nah. That ain't no more than 50. I'll say about 20 games, 20-something games. Cause
you only 50?
Yeah, because you gotta think about it. You know, if you're not playing,
$350, they're paying you the $350.
Yeah, tax free.
And apartment,
20 games.
Yeah, free apartment, all that. Give you a car and all that.
Every what?
Yo, like, you only play
2 days, every 3 days.
You only play one game a week unless you play like in another international competition.
Oh, yeah.
So like out. One game a week, and you playing from August till maybe April.
Nah,
So
that's
one game
cool.
a week. So how many,
In
whatever
Italy
that is,
too? Why
one game
not?
a week.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
So they like, yo, take the money. And I'm just like, I'm thinking about, I was like, yeah, that do sound good. I'm just like, yo, but I'm like, I know like something is telling me like, yo, I should go in my dream and passion. Like,
Go make the league.
but 9 out of 10 people would tell me like, yo, take the money. You be stupid if you don't take this. So I'm like, you know what? I told myself that, you know what? I'm gonna go to this G League. And
Idaho Stampede.
And I told myself, I said, you know what? I'm gonna bet on myself. And I said, I gotta have a goal and a game plan. So I told myself, I said, yo, what can I do to stand out from everybody else? Because everybody know you can score, whatever. So I was like, if I lead the league in scoring and I lead the league in assists, there's nothing you can say. I'm scoring and I'm distributing.
You're a point guard.
So, and in my mind, I'm thinking like, yo, what can you do to do that? So I look at the previous season, like who led the league in scoring? Yeah, it was like 29. So I was like, I got averaged 30.
Mm-hmm.
The guy before that in assists averaged like close to 10. So I was like, I got to average 10. So 30 and 10. Mm-hmm. Now, as a basketball player, I don't give a damn who you are. I don't give a how great you are. The average 30 and 10
it's hard.
It's like damn near almost. I'm not saying it's impossible. But it's like
hard.
It's hard as hell. You know what I'm saying?
30 and 10 on the assist line?
Yeah, it's very
tough.
hard. That's like
tough. AI wasn't even doing that.
That's like damn near almost impossible.
Yeah,
almost.
Facts.
So I want to go into G League, and my first game I had 32 and 10. Second game I had 30 and 12. So I'm like, okay. Yeah. I remember the commissioner of the G League came to me. He's like, yo, you keep it up, you ain't gonna be here for long. Kept continuing.
Played 5 games.
After 5-6 games, I'm leading the league in scoring and assists. But then my 6th or 7th game, I struggled. But the only reason why I struggled, they started playing me boxing 1.
Oh.
And that's when I realized, I was like, yo, these teams are playing me boxing 1. I said to myself, I'm not gonna be here for long.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be
They're already on me.
Yeah, they already on me.
They
already on me.
Yeah.
So my production went down some. I ain't gonna lie, it went down. I probably was like 2nd or 3rd now, but probably like 3-4 games after that, I was gone. That's when I went to Utah. I got called up.
And what happened
how was that
on
call?
That first, how was the call?
Oh, the call was crazy. Like, they told me, it's like, yo, you got like 4 or 5 teams that want you. But Utah's gonna call you up. I was like, all right. So they called me. They broadcasted. And I was on there. They had my journey. They get my story from my apartment to going to Utah, and then my first game.
First game.
I looked
Cavs,
up.
right?
Nah, my first game wasn't Cavs.
Was it the Cavs?
Grizzlies. Memphis.
Oh, Cavs.
Memphis. And I played probably close to 20 minutes.
3 for 3.
Nah, I ain't play. I was like 1 for 5 or 2 for 5 or something like that. But I had like 4 or 5 assists. I played like 20 minutes.
Okay.
And the coach, Jerry Sloan, rest in peace. He's a great coach.
I mean, who you didn't start though. You played behind somebody.
Darren Williams was a point guard.
Darren Williams, there you go.
He's a superstar.
Yeah, that was Mr. Utah at the time. Yeah. Like, let's be real.
Yeah, he's an all-star, so I superstar. And Jerry Sloan was just like, yeah, he overachieved, and like we didn't think he was gonna do this good. And then I stayed there for a week. I played pretty good, and then we want to play against the Cavs on TNT.
Let's talk about it.
The one.
That's how I started.
Rochdale, stand up right now.
That was the one.
And,
did you even go into the game like, yo, I'm a ball today? Like,
nah, I'm be honest with you, in my mind, I was just like, yo, I thought I wasn't gonna play, because we had a backup point guard at the time, Ronnie Price.
I remember Ronnie Price.
And so I was just like, you know what? It's gonna be Darren Williams and Ronnie Price.
He's just fast. No disrespect to Ronnie.
He played D.
Yeah, he played D.
He was a lock-up king. He's not going to do that to him.
I would say he was fast.
He's not going to score like you.
Real quick.
Yeah, nah, he's not a scorer.
He's not a scorer, but he was lock-up king.
He's a defensive guy. He's a defensive guy.
Runs up the court, looks for who to pass to. I'm sorry. I remember Ronnie Price.
But you know what's crazy? Yo, you know what's crazy? You know how they talk about doing rookie hazing?
Yeah.
And like normally it's like the superstar guys like doing the rookie hazing. He was the main guy doing rookie hazing with me.
What?
Like heavy, and I'm looking at him. I'm looking at him like, yo,
he saw you coming for the spot.
Like, who are you? Like,
he saw you coming for the spot.
Yeah, he was putting emphasis on it. Like, yo, carry your Dora Explorer black. Like, where's your Dora Explorer black? I'm like, yo, what the fuck you mean? Like, He like, yo, you gonna have to pay for this shit. Yo, where the donuts
Ronnie,
at? The bagels.
Cut it out.
Nah, but he was putting it, and he was like, he was doing it so much that you got guys like my vets was like Carlos Boozer and Darren Williams. Those were like my two guys, and Paul Millsap at the time.
Okay.
So you was playing with a crew.
Yo, bro, Utah always been stacked with that.
Yeah,
I had Andre Karolinko.
That's a fact. AK-47. Yeah,
like CJ Miles, Wesley Matthews. Tough. We had a nice squad though, but we just couldn't like get over the hump.
Who was the 2 on that team?
Wesley Matthews at the time.
Wes Matthews.
It was Wes Matthews, Karolinko, Memino
Cole.
Cole. Yeah, I remember him. That's the center.
So you play with a crew.
Yo, our team. That's why it was hard to beat us in Utah. We always went at home.
Yeah,
we always went at home.
Definitely.
Like niggas couldn't beat us.
Definitely.
But
tell us about that shot. Let's get to business.
Yo, so
LeBron's on the Cavs. You said, you know what? I don't care about you.
I'm gonna tell you how I started though. So Darren Williams got hurt third quarter. He messed his wrist up. So the coach comes.
How did you feel when he got hurt?
I was like, damn, his wrist is messed up. Like,
okay, but
that's why I said
on the inside, like, yo,
nah, but listen, it wasn't my time because I'm not the backup. I just came to the team. Ronnie was. So the coach come down to the bench, and he's looking down. He's like, yo, you come in. I'm like, who, me? He's like, yeah.
See,
he's
the
like,
nigga that scored 28 is not confident.
Are y'all up at the time?
Nah, we a little down,
right?
It's like a little down, a couple points.
Game, yeah.
He's like, yo, you come in, but reason why he put me in because he put Ronnie in the first half, and he didn't really do too well. So he's like, you know what, I'm gonna put him in. So like, you come in. I was like, me? I was like, yeah, all right. So I come in the first play. The first possession I come in the game, they run a post up play for Mo Williams. I'm like, yo, Mo Williams never fucking post up.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden I come in the game, he want to post up. I took that as like disrespect as me as a player.
Strength.
As you should.
Yeah, but they want to call him foul the first play, and then he spun baseline, he hit a jump shot on me. I was like, damn, but my pride kicked in quick. I was like, you know what? All right, so the next play we came down, we ran our play. I scored. I was like, yo, let's go. We in it. And then next thing you know, we went on like maybe like a 17 to like 6 run. And I'm in the game. Everybody hype. Boom, boom, boom. I want to get subbed out. LeBron's going off at the time. It was his best fourth quarter ever in his NBA history. Yeah. And I came down in the last possession. They put me in to play defense. They fouling. Jonas Gauchos went to the foul line. He made one. So now it's a 2-point game. We down. It's 5-point-something seconds left. And the coach is drawing up the playbook. And he like, yo, who are 4 guys? And he's like, who else in the game? I was like, yo, me. He was like, all right, you go around here and you go to the corner.
You just say, yo, I want to get in the game? Yeah. And he's like,
because I was on for defense.
Oh, you was just on for the defense.
Yeah, so he drew 4 guys. He was like, who else in the game? I was like, yo, me. He's like, all right, you drew. He's like, you going around and you go into the corner. But in my mind, I was like, yo, the ball coming to me, I'm shooting it. I already had it determined.
Yeah.
So I knew that at the time, we wanted to get Cal Korver the shot because he was our best shooter.
Yeah, facts.
So
Korver too. Damn,
so they tried to pass it when they double team him, so he had to pass it or whatever. Ronnie Price got the ball, and I knew that he didn't want no smoke. So I was like, yo, Ronnie. Yo, bro, he did like a fake half spin move, and he like flung the ball to me.
Good pass, brother.
I caught the ball like 2 seconds. So like in the 2 seconds, like you in your mind, you gotta think quick. So I'm like, yo, we down 2. So I'm like, yo, what should I do? So I'm like, yo, should I take a dribble and like go past my guy and take a pull-up jump shot, or should I just shoot this 3? And Anthony Parker was guarding me at the time, and he came out a little short, and I was like, you know, I'm letting this go. So I just let it go, followed through.
Splash.
That was it.
On TNT.
Everybody jumped on me. That was a game winner.
I ain't gonna lie to you, when I seen that, I swear to God, son.
I remember that.
I almost shed a tear, son. Because I was happy. Let's fucking go. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Word.
That was big.
Word.
You told Roddy no more Dora on that shit, nigga.
Nah, no more Dora.
Hold that.
Because you know what? You play against New Orleans. Like a couple days later, he's like, "Yo, where your book bag at?" I was like, "I ain't got my shit."
Ain't got that shit.
You better check the highlights.
You better check them stats, nigga. I'm still on TV. You heard? Fuck you been at, Roddy?
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it was all love, man. I hit
tough.
that shot, and then
tough.
like I started to walk to the locker room. I was like, you know what? Let me jump on the table. Like I jumped on the table, the fans even like
back in his glory now.
I ain't want. I was like, it was just natural, just me doing it. So I was like, I jumped on the table.
Felt like you back in Briarwood right there. Like, yeah, we got this right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so
it's like a surprise to everybody else, but for me, it's like he can do that. That's what this man does.
Yeah.
He can hit a 3 from deep. He's been doing this his whole career. Yeah. Y'all surprised.
But you know it's crazy, like, you know how they, in the NBA, they be like, yo, you know, this guy's got most improved player. He's been working on his game. And I'm like, yo, little do they know, a lot of these players, these guys been doing it their whole career. It's just that they couldn't display their game because maybe they behind Kevin Durant or maybe they behind LeBron. Yeah. So it's like, you can't really, you know, show themselves, you know what I mean? And guys, other people in the world be like, yo, he's not that good. But like, yo, this guy's really good, but he got to play a back seat. Yeah, he don't have an opportunity to show it.
How was it after that shot? How was?
Oh, my life changed drastically.
Quick.
ESPN calling me, all the magazines calling me. I probably had like 12 to 20 like different, you know, news outlets like, yo, let me talk to you. And so every time. I was kind of like, you know, I like, it's not like I don't want to sit here and be like, you know, be big headed or anything, but it was just more so like, you know, this was something I was doing my whole life and career anyway. If a game was on the line, my teammates would give me the ball anyway. So now I'm in a position, I'm at the highest level, and you know, I got the news outlets, and now I'm going all these new cities, Phoenix or whoever, and like, you know, just to see everybody like, yo, we want your autograph. It's like wow, you know what I'm saying? Like people like coming out of hotels, like they standing out there and they got my picture from this game and that game. I'm like, how the hell y'all get this shit? Yeah. I'm just like, yo, I'm signing. I'm just like, yo, that's when it just kind of hit me like, you know, here I am in the NBA, like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like this is great.
You were part of that Deron Williams trade to Brooklyn, right?
Nah, I wasn't.
Because I know you were on Brooklyn.
I was on Brooklyn. But he got traded to Brooklyn.
After Utah, you went to Minnesota.
No, I went to Minnesota.
Okay.
I played Minnesota for half the year.
Johnny Flynn.
Sebastian.
Let's talk about that era.
Johnny Flynn. I fuck with Flynn.
Yeah. We had Johnny Flynn was on the team. Sebastian Telfair. That was kind of like my second time we was playing together because we played on the Gauchos for like one tournament. And other guard was Ricky Rubio.
Okay. He's a starter.
Yeah, so we couldn't like keep all the guards on one team.
4 guards.
But at the time, the team, you know, everybody on the team is like 19, 20, 21. It's like we a young squad. So, I mean, we just balling out, and you know, that was like a young team. It didn't really last that long. It was like, you know, then half of the season, like, yo, we gonna let you go. So I left there. And I wound up going to I went to Toronto for like a 10-day.
Okay.
Toronto was cool. I didn't want to play there though, be honest with you. Like I love Toronto. So I was kind of like
I went out. What they ended up being.
Nah, I went out one time.
It's lit crazy. Over there.
Nah, I went out. Nah, Toronto
outside
is lit.
Yo,
it's very lit. Nah, it's very lit. It's very lit.
Six gets lit.
What was you doing to mess up the 10-day contract?
Nah, I went out. That's what I was doing. I went out. I wasn't supposed to go out on a 10-day, but I went out anyway.
Why?
I'm young. I'm 22. I'm Toronto.
First time out there?
My first time out there.
Yeah, nah,
like,
it's lit.
Yo, it's like the baddest joints since Toronto.
My man, hold on, boss, man.
Yeah.
Let's get back to 2008 draft, right? Mm-hmm. How did you feel when you didn't get picked? You was hurt.
You wanted to sit and remember that?
Nah, because hold on, because this is how it go. That's a test. Mm-hmm. All the temptations out in the world, it's like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna stay focused.
No, don't get it twisted. I was focused, but
you was going out.
No, I only went out one time. But in Toronto, but how Toronto does it though, they different from probably like a lot of other teams. These guys actually have meetings of like, yo, did y'all hear about this guy going out, or did y'all hear anything going on in the city for the night? Like, not too many teams does that, but Toronto, they did that. I was like, damn, I'm like, yo, why y'all clocking me? I ain't do nothing crazy. Like, I just went out a couple hours. Yo, like, you go out a couple hours. Ain't nothing crazy.
Yeah, I'm good.
I remember one time I had a drink with a security guard in the hotel, just like 1 or 2 drinks. I'm sitting at the bar, like, I'm about to go to my room after. He went and told the people I'm an alcoholic.
Damn.
I was like, yo, how am I alcoholic, bro? Like,
I'm drinking with my man.
Like, we having a conversation just talking about life. Like, it's crazy, but that's the politics of it, and it goes into like a database, and it goes around to the other teams in the league.
That's a snake move, though.
But as crazy as it sounds, though, it went from that to now I went to Jersey. I'm doing that now. My coach thinking in Jersey like, yo, I go out all the time. Like, I don't do it all the time. He's like, yo, you got to slow down. You about to get more minutes. You about to be one of our main guys. Mm-hmm. So I'm in Jersey now. He like, yo, I play well. I want to get a little hurt a little bit. He like, yo, we want to sign you a 3-year deal. We want to bring you to Brooklyn. So I'm just like, all right. So I'm cool with that. I mean, obviously I'm putting in work. But then, you know, one of the plane rides going from LA to New York, my team is like, yo, let's play Boo-Ray. No, Boo-Ray's like
it's a card game, right?
Like 5 guard space.
You Gilbert Arenas Jr. Guys.
Yeah, ain't that how Gilbert? I'm about to say, ain't that the game Gilbert got caught up?
Nah, Boo-Ray is like the NBA game. Like,
oh, okay. I never played it, but I heard of it.
Nah, but in the NBA, like a lot of guys, they play Boo-Rays. Like the guys get, you know, like even in the Olympics, you know, guys are losing like mad bread.
Okay.
It's like 5 card space.
Okay.
And the coach found out I lost some money. And he was just like, yo, where you lost some money? I was like, he's like, all right. He ain't really say nothing to me. It went from he ain't say nothing to me. Next thing you know, I ain't playing the next game. I ain't playing the next game. I ain't playing the next game.
Cards?
Bro, because he had me in this image like, yo, you gotta be picture perfect.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Poster
you can't do nothing wrong.
Yeah.
I remember a couple times went out to dinner just to myself and my peoples, just something to eat. Got a couple wine, and he like, yo. Now he started thinking like I'm an alcoholic. I'm like, alcoholic? I'm like, I'm not no alcoholic, bro. Like if I'm alcoholic, I can honestly admit like I'm really messed up. But what's wrong with going out having a dinner? You getting a glass of wine or two, like you know what I'm saying?
This is before Carmelo, you having a wine.
But if Carmelo, that's what I'm trying to say. The positive of the NBA. If Carmelo did is nothing. Yeah. He could drink crazy, but if I had one to, I'm an alcoholic.
Mike went to AC before the playoff game.
Yeah, the playoff game. He went like, yo, this nigga, but he might. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like
dropped like 55.
Yeah, it's just crazy, but
you know what I mean? So you were there for a 10-day. How did you end up staying on the team?
Nah. So they found out I went out, and they was
they cut you because they found out you went out?
Yeah, pretty much. So the GM, he came to me. He was just like, I want you to lock up Mike Conley for the day. We're gonna pay you for the rest of your 10 days. I was only there for the second of my 10 day, like one day. I'm gonna pay you for the rest of 9 days, but we're gonna let you go after this. We found somebody else. I was like, all right, cool.
Play one day.
Who's it that they found? Who's this guy?
I don't know, but he obviously he wasn't that good because he didn't make it. So I was like, cool, whatever. So I played Mike Conley. I don't know if we won or lost, but I was just like, all right, whatever. Game was over. I left. I went home. I probably was home for like a week. That's when the Nets called me. It's like, yo, you available? We about to go to London. I was like, all right, you got your passport? I was like, yeah. I was like, all right. So I went to London, played well. They gave me basically that 2-year deal. They signed me for that year and then the next year. And as in my second year was ending, before my second year was ending, they had a lockout in 2012.
Yeah.
2011, 2012.
Yeah.
And that kind of like messed me up.
Was that like a short season, right?
Yeah, it was short season because we missed like the first month. Month and a half.
It was like 50-something games.
Yeah, so it kind of like, they had to like kind of had to rush and like sign anybody. So I was just like, damn. So we just had anybody on the team and we struggled that year. It was bad and I think I was pressing too for myself. Like I really wanted it that bad. Like this is probably the first time in my career I was just like, damn, I want to do well. Like
Brooklyn, you close.
Yeah, and I know like the owner wanted to sign me to this, and I'm just like, I'm like pressing like. And, like, I don't know, as a basketball player, you play basketball, like, I'm shooting shots, and, like, the ball is going in the hoop and out the hoop all the time. Like, it's literally in the hoop and going out. I keep saying to myself, like, yo, what is going on? It's like, yo, I'm doing something wrong. I know I ain't doing nothing wrong. I'm coming to the gym early. I'm working on my game. And I'm just like, damn, the shit keep coming out the hoop. I'm just like, and I ain't play bad. And I ain't play good. And I ain't gonna sit and say I was playing great, I was playing bad, but I just played all right. Just all right. Enough, not something where you be like, yo,
get him out of here.
Yeah, get him out of here, but not enough for you to be like, oh, we gonna keep this guy either. You know what I mean? But that happened and we struggled, we was losing. And That was it.
This is the first year of Brooklyn. This Jay-Z.
Nah, Jay-Z was coming to the games. He was coming to the games this year. We was going to Brooklyn next year.
Oh, okay.
We was going to Brooklyn next year.
Oh, so this y'all still in Jersey at this time?
Yeah, we still in Jersey, but this is like the last year in Jersey. We going to Brooklyn next year.
Okay.
And, you know, everybody in the organization is like, yo, you coming with us to Jersey. Mm-hmm. But we was losing, and I wasn't, like, doing nothing crazy, so they just like, this team is bad. Like, we need to just clear shop.
Yeah.
So they thought about trading me and a couple other players for Dwight Howard at the time. Like, I
remember that.
I was gonna go to Cleveland.
Yeah.
They was gonna give me like $5 million to go to Cleveland for 1 year. I was like, fuck it, I'll go there.
Fuck it. 5 is good. I'd have been
the
other places.
Exactly.
Shit.
But I was like, the trade didn't go through. Dwight Howard called me like, yo, you gonna be in Brooklyn? He called me literally like, you gonna be in Brooklyn? I want to play with you. I was like, I don't know, whatever.
They got 5 for me.
You was playing against Dwight Howard like in that AAU circuit, right?
Yeah. Nah, I never played against him. He was on Adidas. Adidas don't play with the Nike circuit.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so they had like Adidas circuit and they got a Nike circuit. And then y'all might play like, it might be like maybe 2 tournaments with both.
What's his man again that played in Atlanta? Dwight Smith.
They might play together.
Josh Smith.
Josh Smith they was on the same AAU team. Josh Smith.
Because they boys.
Randolph Morris.
Cliffy.
Mm-hmm. And then Mike Mercer. Dwight Howard. They was all in the same.
Mercer, I remember that nigga.
They was the number one. They was the number one Nike. They was the number one Adidas team in the country, and we was the number one Nike team in the country. And we was supposed to play against each other in
I was gonna say, why they never made something like that?
We was supposed to play against each other. They was the number one Adidas. We was the number one Nike. We was supposed to play against each other in Springfield, Massachusetts, the Hall of Fame. Arena.
Okay.
But something happened. It just never happened. It never went through. But that kind of was going to determine the fact of like who's the best team in the country. But it didn't work out. But that was that. And then I was going in my 4th year, and before I got my 4th year, my NBA coach, he over there he's like, yo, I gotta be honest with all these teams and whatnot. Bro, tell me why he
honest about what?
Avery Johnson was my coach. He tell me why I was gonna go. Charlotte wanted to sign me. Because then, the Nets or whatever. He telling them like, yo, I don't know about him. He's a little hurt. I think he's an alcoholic. I think he got a gambling problem.
Yo, what?
They write this shit down in the database. Like, you were like, yo, damn. Like, y'all really like, yo, how you writing that? I'm like, yo, these guys want to sign me, bro. That's the bullshit in NBA, how it works.
I love Avery Johnson, but he's a bird for that.
Yeah, he is.
For that.
And he told me in my ex interview, he's like, yo, I got to be honest with all these teams. I'm like, bro, I'm not no fucking alcoholic, bro. Like don't do that. Like, I'm not no alcoholic. He's like, yo, you got a gambling problem. I'm like, I don't got no gambling.
Did you make him lose money? Did you make him lose money?
Nah, bro.
Did you make him lose money? So what's his problem?
Nah, the only reason because he wanted me to be the God's child. Like, I don't do nothing wrong. But I'm like, the only reason why I gamble, I'm like, yo, it's camaraderie with my team. We going from LA to New York. It's a 5-hour plane ride. We doing 5-car spades. All right, you win or lose money. It's nothing. Like, it's not like nothing crazy. But that nigga told him, they over there telling my agent, like, yo, yeah, I don't know about this guy now. I'm just like,
listen,
just
Avery,
like
you want me to tell the truth? Tim Duncan got you a ring. What do you want?
Once you get blackballed in the NBA,
come on, man.
That shit is
That's
like,
the way you said that, I want to snuff Avery Johnson, my nigga. How he did that to you? Not real talk, because shit like that could be a dent in your career. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It was a dent in my career, but
especially from his word, because he's Avery Johnson.
Yeah, but I'm
like
NBA.
Is he Hall of Fame? I know he's a champion, but I don't know.
Nah, he's a champion. Nah, he ain't Hall of Fame.
No, he ain't Hall of Fame. NBA champion. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't. But you know when you come from the Spurs, though, you never know.
Tim Duncan, fuck out of here.
But Niggas who come from the Spurs, they just make it. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga used to tell me like,
nigga, you might check the stats.
A games. He say, yo, I got 3 retirement checks. Like, do it to you. I got 3 retirement funds.
Yeah,
and he's like, yeah, I got my white friend. We always got the private jet and all.
Yeah, but you worry about me though.
I don't care if they fire me or not. Gang. I'm like, yeah, all right.
Because then he coached.
But I don't care if you writing
something
something about me, bro. I care if you tipping
on my name. He went to Coach College
bro.
after, right?
Huh?
I think he went to Arkansas, Coach College after
exactly.
They dumped him in the league. NBA dumped him, and then he went to Coach College.
I don't know what he did, but at the end of the day, nigga threw me under the bus
That's foul.
My back was fucked up.
Damn. Damn, Avery.
Yo,
come
but
on, man.
I mean, it is what it is. But at the same time, I was like, you know what? I looked at it. I was just like, you know what? Maybe this probably was part of my journey. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was meant to happen this way. You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows? I might have went to Brooklyn. The shit might have got worse. I don't know.
But when you say this way, what did happen? What did happen? When you say, yo, it was meant to happen this way, what is this way? What?
I mean, I wound up going to my 4th year. I was about to go sign with the Pacers, and he go to politics again. We in Indiana, and they wound up signing. At the time, it was Tyler Hansborough. He had a brother named Ben Hansborough.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo,
Hey, white?
Yeah, white.
Well, Tyler, he went to North Carolina. I remember. Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I killed this guy. Ben, like, he's not nowhere close to my level.
I don't even know whose brothers. I remember
exactly.
Tyler.
You're not gonna know.
Yeah, I don't remember no Ben.
But they kept him. But I'm just like, he used to do shit like before practice. Like, say practice at 10, he'd come in like 9. He just be on the court working out. But he ain't doing nothing crazy. As soon as somebody open the door, come in the gym. 50 million cones. He going 100 miles wide. Like this.
Work ethic.
Like, yo, it's crazy. I'm like, yo, this nigga's a fraud, bro. This nigga's a fraud, bro. Y'all seeing full for this shit.
On the bleacher the whole time. Like,
nigga ain't doing nothing. Nigga ain't doing nothing but shoot a regular jump shot. So somebody come to the gym, that nigga going 100 miles per hour. Like, fuck out of here, bro. Like, this shit crazy.
This nigga caught in the game,
crazy, yo. But that shit worked. That shit worked, though. And they want to keep that nigga.
Son. This nigga said,
yo, that nigga played in the season. He played in the season game one time. I think it was in New Orleans.
Oh shit!
They put that nigga in for probably 10 minutes. Bro, they couldn't take him out fast enough. He had about 6-7 turnovers in 10 minutes. That's how bad he was. I'm like, yo, y'all took him over him, and it affected him in the playoffs. Because at the time, I think Paul George was in Indiana. And I would have been a backup point guard because I think George Hill got hurt. It would have been me, DJ Augustine, me, DJ Augustine in the backcourt. They couldn't play him. PG had to play point. Yeah, that's a lot of work for him to play point. He got to go get buckets too. Like, so it wound up affecting him in the playoffs and whatnot. So I was like, yo, you know what, whatever. And that's why I wound up going to China. And I was just like, I started my professional career overseas. And I was just like, I was kind of like, after a while, I was like kind of content with it. I was like, you know what? I'm just cool with just going over here, just doing it.
But you got hurt though when you was in Jersey, right?
Yeah, I fractured my hip.
How did you do that?
It's crazy to sound. Like I'm on my contract with the Nets, and my contract is coming up for the year, and right before my contract coming the year for the next year, like literally, I signed the contract for the next year, and probably a couple days after I fractured my hip. Just doing what freakish shit. Just playing in the game.
Okay.
Just playing against the Cavaliers. I'm going back on a break, and I stepped on somebody's foot, and my leg twiggled, and I had you got this little ball in the back, and it kind of how it rotates for your hip, and then hit the back of the wall and gave it a hairline fracture. So it kind of
How was your work ethic when you wasn't playing basketball? Gym ethic.
Oh, it was good. It was real good. It was to the point where the GM knew he ain't had no worries. He's like, I knew this guy's gonna be good.
I'm not talking about basketball. I'm talking in the gym, working out.
Oh, it was there.
Sets and all that.
All that, everything. I was doing everything. My GM knew yo, when this guy he get healthy, I ain't had nothing to worry about. But it's crazy. I didn't have a work ethic until I got to college.
Cause in high school,
I was just better than everybody in high school. I knew I could be out on a bad, going through the motion type day, and I get 30. You know what I'm saying? So.
And you never talked shit in your life.
Nah, I wasn't never a shit talker.
I
never really
on the court.
And you know what? I think some of that had to do with the fact of when I got shot. Be honest with you, growing up as a kid, it kind of
humble.
I won't say humble, but it keeps you in a state of you gotta be on a little defense, but you gotta be concerned about your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? Don't get too much out of your surroundings, what's going on. And I never really got too crazy because when I got shot, it kind of shocked me. So it's just like, I can't be wilding out what's going around me. I gotta keep my mind focused on, what's going around. Something could happen, like anything. Like when you get shot, it's 2 things can happen to you. I tell you all the time, you could come like nervous and frantic with everything, or you become fearless, like you don't give a fuck about nothing. Now compared to like even like 50 Cent, like
facts.
You got shot 9 times or whatever. How many times you got shot? I don't know, but it's just like it's going like, yo, he came to the point where it's like, I don't give a damn about nobody because I almost was done. I was almost done. That was it. Mm-hmm. So that kind of like, I think that kind of like molded who my personality was as a person. Like I remember sometimes people like, yo, he don't speak. He don't say nothing, whatever. I was never disrespectful to nobody.
And that bothers niggas more.
Yeah, it do. I was never disrespectful to nobody. If I don't know you, I probably might not speak to you. I don't really know you. But if you say hello to me, I'm going to say hello back. Because it's just out of respect. You know what I'm saying? But one thing about me, I just like, yo, if it's just like, if I'm in a situation and somebody be like, yo, this and that about him and this and that, I'm like, you know what? I don't really know him. I'm leaving alone. He can say whatever he want. And people could take that offense like, yo, this guy's arrogant or he cocky or whatever. But in reality, I'm not that. It's just that, you don't really know me from the inside. Like, I'm cool. Like, you hang out with me and talk to me, you be like, yo, this guy cool. I ain't gonna violate you. I'm gonna show you respect as a man. Like, cause I know how people come up. They raised in different backgrounds and whatnot. So, you know what I mean? But, I mean, it's how I think it molded me who I was as a person and whatnot. So.
You from Rochdale. How was it playing in the Africa Park tournament?
Africa Park. Like I said, my dad. He why you?
I got a story. That's
you got a story?
I got a story with Africa.
Oh, okay.
With you.
Nah, Africa Park is like with my dad. My dad, he from Rochdale, so I grew up there a little bit with him, and I remember when it first started, a guy running Tony Ramos, and
Short Tony.
Yeah, Short Tony White. And so I'm playing out there, and they like, they drafting teams and whatnot. They like, yo, you on this team, that team. In my mind, I had one team, it was a blue team. The blue team was like the nicest team. My guy Curtis, he had a team. He had everybody on his team. I was like, I'm going to kill these guys. That's how I kept it. I'm going to kill these guys. So we play against them, I just kill them. And just playing out there, like, I just got my notoriety in my hood. Like, it's like, yo, this guys could play. Like, growing up, it was more so like my brother played basketball, so everybody associated me with my brother. My brother named Shaka, so they're like, yo, that's Shaka little brother. That's Shaka little brother.
Oh, your brother's Shaka?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they like, yo,
my man Cal's from Rochdale too.
Oh yeah, yeah. So he's like, yo, that's Shaka little brother. So everywhere I go, it's like Shaka little brother. Like, I got tired of hearing that, so I was like, yo, nah, I'm myself. Like, I was like, yo, I'm gonna kill everybody. Like, kill everybody. And it's just how it happened. And I remember one time, I had it's like an all-star game. I was playing against Dow Showtime Hill. And I remember this dude, Bimmy. He brought him to the party. That was his man at the time.
He said, this dude, Bimmy. Nigga, Bimmy's a fucking... Nigga said, this dude, Bimmy, nigga. Bimmy's fucking...
FX Bimmy?
Listen, there's Eric Adams and then there's Bimmy.
Because you got to think of that time. Yo, I mean, Bimmy, obviously, he's rolling with Supreme and all that. But you got to think, I'm a kid. So at that time, I'm thinking, like, this dude is Bimmy. Like, this dude, Bimmy. He just representing show and all that. I don't know nothing about that street life and all that. You come and play ball, yeah. I was coming to play ball. He just boosting up show and all this. So he's like, yeah, my man Show gonna kill this little dude. He gonna kill this little dude. And I went out in the park and I was just going off. Just killing Show.
What show
to
you
the point
about?
I was killing him so much.
Shout out.
Amy was like, yo, you come and play me in the Rucker. Yo, we got our team in the Rucker. Def Jam team in the Rucker. Yeah. And that's when the Rucker was popping. And, you got Jadakiss got a team of Rough Riders. You got Jay-Z with Fat Rockefeller. Joe. You got P. Diddy with Bad Boy. That's when, like, Rucker was popping. So, that was, like, a good era for me. Like, man, like, just playing with these older guys and, like, just vibing with them and whatnot. So
that was a good era for me as well.
Oh yeah, this is your boy.
Because I had a game against you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I mean, Nah, and it's like, nah, real talk, I'm not gonna lie to you, like, it went my way. I ain't gonna lie to you. It went my way. I ain't gonna lie to you. But back then, it wasn't like a fundamental game. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't like posting them up.
Oh, nah, it's get on the court and
I just was balling. You know what I'm saying? But like the next year, you had it your way. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie to you, I kind of got BS deals off for like playing against you.
Oh, okay.
And doing well.
Come on with us, yo.
I put a Panthers and ISA. Nah, real talk. Skylar, Cameron. I was like, yo, this is a great. Yo, y'all got us, my nigga. Nah, you know what I'm saying? But like at the end of the day, like, now I'm saying, like, you was persistent with it. Now I'm saying you kept grinding and you was really working out. Like, you wasn't playing no games. You had a real game. Now I'm saying you wasn't super athletic. You wasn't super fast. Yeah. But you knew how to score.
You had a pace to yourself.
You had your own pace. So now it's like, I'm mad because it's like,
definitely had that.
I wish that when you went to overseas, you should have kept the same mentality. It took you too long to get to that. Be yourself, nigga. You was a killer Malloy, nigga. Yeah. You played it after Kenny Anderson, like after. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're a killer.
Yeah.
Sometimes the politics and the way the world is can make you be like, you know what? Nah, I'll give him the ball. He's not better than me, but I'll give him the ball. Nah, nigga, put it up. Yeah. Nigga, we YG, baby.
It's about the structure.
Nah, I understand where you coming from though, because a lot of athletes, believe it or not, they deal with that like on a daily basis, like.
It should hurt your pride.
Yeah, it's not.
I'm better than him. Yeah, I gotta give him the ball now.
Yeah, I understand where you coming from because a lot of athletes, like I said, they deal with it on a daily basis of like they gotta like downsize their game to favor to somebody else, and it's not like they want to do it intentionally, but it's just how the world be working in that situation. Like it's messed up and it's corrupt. And it's like, yo, this is our featured guy. Like this is the guy we gonna represent, and it's like if you don't want to do it. We gonna let you go, or we find somebody else, or unless you crazy doing outshining him crazy, like you know.
Well, it's like we have no choice.
Yeah, we got no choice. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, like you said, like it's a lot of situations. I've been in games and people like, yo, why you don't play like you? How you doing this in the park or doing that? I'm just like, yo, I can do it, but soon I do it. I remember one time I broke a play and I made a shot. And an NBA game, and the coach came with me and was like, yo, you didn't see that guy open over there? Like, you didn't want to pass him the ball?
Oh, they did one of them.
Yeah, and I'm just like, yo, I made the shot.
Yo,
like,
hold your position like this, even though you scored. Like, you know what I mean?
Like, people don't see that, though. All they see is, like, the end result of, like, yo, you not doing this or you ain't doing shit or whatever. So it's like, it's part of the game. But you live and you learn and, you know, you rolling with the punches and whatnot. So
Before we get out of here, you played street basketball to the max as well. Sean Bell, right? They're the best in New York City. And if I'm not mistaken, when I was growing up, you was one of the best in New York City. How come I never seen y'all connect?
Yo, it's Ra, man. Ra Wiggins.
It's Ra?
This motherfucker is
he's like, to me, he's like Greg Papa of the hood.
Yeah, he beyond Greg Pop. I don't know. I don't know. We just never connected. Never connected. It was just more so like, I just felt like he wanted me to be on his team or somewhat a little bit in some sort of way. And I was just like, in my mind, I was just like, nah. I was always the type of player like, I was like the Damian Lillard. Like, I'm sticking to my guns and who I came up with. And I was just that. It's like,
never did Pro City or none of that?
Nah, I did Pro City. All that, yeah. Actually, I play against Ra all the time in like tournaments and championships, and I remember like probably like 2 years ago we played against Ra in Pro City.
Oh, okay.
We had a squad and all that. Lance Stevenson was on his team and all that. In my mind, I'm just like, I love that. I love the competition of like going against these guys.
Going against them.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna kill him. No, I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah.
And I give him 42, and we win. You know what I'm saying? We go to Dykeman.
Same.
You know, Lance playing with somebody else in Dykeman. I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah.
30, and we gonna win. And that's what I did. I'm 30, we gonna win. It's just how it is. It's just like I don't wanna side on the team of just like all the talents on one side, because I feel like it's not good for the public and everybody in the aisle. Like, it's no competition. It's like what we come in for.
You came for your minutes.
Yeah, I want to come in to kill everybody. I want to. At the end of the day, when y'all look in the scene and like, yo, it was a homicide. This guy, he he done tortured everybody.
What's next now for Sundiata Gaines?
That's a good question. For me personally, that's a thing I'm trying to figure out daily. That's probably like my daily struggle. But at the same time, like I always try to give a little of some type of aspect of trying to find who I am personally within myself. So, me saying that, you know, I'm dibbling a little bit with real estate. You know what I'm saying? So I'm learning how to like, you know, I didn't know how to like, you know, build houses from the scratch of just doing the interior work. I didn't know nothing of that. I didn't know nothing slanging that. So I hopped on with a friend and I'm learning that aspect. From there to maybe, you know, I'm not big on, I don't want to be a coach, but it might be something for me being a guest speaker. You know, I feel like I could express my knowledge from my career of like helping the younger generation of, you know, doing what they want to do, and maybe somebody else, a younger kid in the hood or prosper, doing what he got to do. So it's just like constant little things that I'm trying to like nibble and dabble with, trying to figure out like who I am, and at the same time like figure out what be my passion after basketball, which is probably like the hardest thing for an athlete, you know, like because they will tell you like, you know, soon the athlete career is over, you know, within the 1-2 years, they consider these guys to be broke. Yeah. Because, you know, you've been doing that your whole life. You making this high money salary, and then all of a sudden it's like, it's not there no more.
Lifestyle changes.
Yeah, and it's like, yo, what do I do? And everybody's looking at you like, you know, who you taking care of, your family and all that. Like, yo, what's up? Like, you not getting this same.
Did you go through that?
Yeah, I go through that all the time. I went through that. Like,
yo, you in the league? Yo, what's good? Yo, what's up, baby?
Yo, I need that. Yo,
you like 10 tickets tonight, right?
Bro, 10 tickets. Yo, can I hold some money? Yo, can I do this? Yo, And I'm just like, and it makes it worse when you're in New Jersey, New York area.
Close.
Like, these guys fuck calling yo yacht. They coming down the stairs. Yo, what's up, man? Yo, coming down the stairs. Like, yo,
found out the
what's
crib,
up, man? Like, what's going on? Like, you don't hit your boy up, like, then you feeling pressure now. You like, yo, we gonna see you now. You gotta worry about now or something. You looking over your shoulder, like it's just, it's crazy. But you know, at the same time, you realize, you know, like, you know, you got a purpose in life, and your purpose is to fulfill it. And for me personally, I feel like my purpose was to play basketball, right? Obviously, I feel like I got another purpose. I'm still figuring it out now, but through that purpose of me playing basketball, I got to express my knowledge of what I gathered all throughout these years and spread it to the youth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, it's going to be somebody that maybe I'll help out, maybe a workout or two, or maybe I'm giving a speech to some kids, not just through basketball, just life experiences, which is going to translate them to make it to a career path of what they got to do. So, you know, like for me personally, like my pops was always telling me, like, you know, growing up, he was like, you know, you define about what you can do for helping somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you help the next person be better than when you're in an established position? How can you help the next person be better than what they are? That's how you're going to be defined as. And I always kind of kept that with myself. Like, you know, whether it's running a basketball tournament, you know, whether it's running a clinic or maybe some speeches somewhere, or whether it's, you know, anything of like maybe giving a donation to some underprivileged kids in a community center, of, you know, giving them opportunities so they can stay out the streets. You know, just something, whatever it is, to keep the community going in the right direction. So I kind of take that like to my heart for myself.
At the end of the day, like, no matter what anybody says, you're still a Queens legend.
Oh,
facts.
From Rochdale to the NBA.
Facts.
And that's all that counts.
That's all
you made it. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Yeah.
That's not too many people that say they can make it, though.
It's
not too many people.
One handful of that.
Not. And not only that, though, I will say, like, just the moments I had for the time I had in my career, like, you know, like, I remember Charles Barkley saying, like, yo, I don't remember myself, like, making a career game-winning shot myself, and, you know, this guy's a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's just
that's a fact.
That don't really happen like that. You know what I mean? So I appreciate all my moments and grateful and thankful and whatnot, but at the same time, I'm still a little wild. I'm gonna enjoy myself.
As you should. And at the end of the day, he had said it on podcast. Yeah. We appreciate you.
Yes.
You did a lot. You know what I'm saying? We pay homage, flowers. You did a lot.
Yes.
People at Gauchos gotta pay homage to you. Because they have a Nike contract. There's kids right now with Nike Kyries and doing all that in and outs crossover because of the path that you pay. That you
definitely
pay for
slot somewhere in Georgia or in Gauchos.
You right. You know what? I will say that, Georgia calls me all the time.
Okay.
They if you want to come down here, anything you need, because I got like one class I got to finish. I ain't graduated yet, but I got one class I got to finish. They're like, yo, we help with your class. I'm sure they put me on the coaching staff. Yeah. Even with the Gauchos, I go to Gauchos at the time. They might be like, "Yo,
opportunities are there."
Yeah, there's opportunities there, and that's a good thing about me doing well or what I've done. Like I created a lot of opportunities and connections with people, and I feel like that comes with the simple fact of regardless of how high I was in life, I try not to downplay anybody because you never know. Like today I might be up. Tomorrow I'll be down. Y'all be the guys. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, yo, what's up? Can y'all help me out here? And if I treated y'all wrong, y'all gonna be like, yo, fuck this thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll be honest. This is how it is. Like,
you're right.
You know what I mean? Because nobody's bigger than life. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know what I mean?
We like I said, this episode is sponsored by Natural Born Brand clothing line. You know what I'm saying? So it's only right that we give you something. Oh, you feel what I'm saying? It's only right.
No doubt.
It's only right. This for you. This pair of pants, Natural Born. You heard?
Okay.
This is the brand.
Check it out.
This is it.
Yes, sir.
That's dope.
This is the side right here. It's the back.
That's dope.
Natural Born. This is for you, my man.
I like that.
Natural Born player right here.
They gave me the Mary J. Blige.
No. And then we got.
That's dope.
dope.
And we got this T-shirt for you, my man.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying?
I like
the brand Natural Born, you heard?
Yes,
Gotta Gaines, no gimmicks, you heard?
No gimmicks.
Got it out the mud. What circle you in? Circle 1, circle 2?
Nah, I'm circle 4.
Oh, I circle 4.
It's organic.
Nah, but one time, I ain't gonna lie, man, Africa, man, I was boosting it up, man.
Yeah.
On the way up there, my man Cliff from my town, I kept telling him, yo, nah, this kid Yada's tough. This kid Yada's tough, man. Like, yo, damn, but you don't talk about me like that. Watch when I get there. Watch when I get there. I ain't gonna front. He went off. I ain't gonna front. I want to say he had 40. It felt like 40. I don't know the statistics. But I remember he was balling. But that's what I learned about you, too. You have a pace of you to yourself. Like, you know when to go, when to not.
Yeah.
You don't rush.
Nah, I pick and choose my spot. I definitely pick and choose my side.
And I remember at halftime, Cam came. You know,
Cam.
Yeah,
I know
he
Cam,
came. And then it was a team where y'all both was on there, and then y'all ended up winning the game. But I mean, my man Cliff, Shadyville Zone, man, he did his thing. He definitely, I remember on the way. But I learned that about you, like when he said that you have a pace to yourself. I'm good now. Oh, all right, let's get crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I see that about you.
I was never like, I tell you all the time, like, I was never like the crazy street ball, like crazy handle, going crazy, doing crazy moves and killing all. My motto was like, look, I'm gonna come here, commit homicide.
That's a fact.
Give you 30, 40 points and I'm going home.
He scored 34?
Yo, and people don't understand like how it happened. And I'm like, I'm here to come here and get 30, 40 and I'm going home. And like, like I might hit you with some couple moves here and there, but other than that, nah, I'm not gonna cross you over behind the neck, all this.
I'm gonna get busy.
But I'm gonna come here and give you 30, 40, or I'll make you 50, maybe sometimes 60. But I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna go home. But a lot of times, what I did feel though, growing up, I won my battle before I got into the park. Because when I walk into the park, people used to be like, oh, damn, I'm playing against That's how Mike Tyson felt when he go in the ring. Yeah. Like, he won his battle before he even won the goddamn fight. Like, I got to play this guy today? Yeah. Yo, soon I saw that in your face, that like,
let's go.
Yo, I got excited more. Like, I'm about to get you more points because of that. Because, like, you got me more excited. Like, you scared of me already.
And you don't talk.
Yeah, I don't talk.
They don't know how to approach you. Yeah, you don't
I'm
even
not a
talk.
shit talker, none of that. I'm not.
It's like, yo, I can't get to
But
him.
you you might try to shit talk me here and there. I say a couple little things back, but after that, you might raise my level to another level that I might not even know I had. Like, whatever. But my main thing was like, I'm coming to park. And I tell people all the time, like, yo, how you determine, like, you getting 30, 40 points? I say, yo, I broke it down easy. I say, yo, high school games, it was getting 8 to 10 points a quarter. That's it. So if I got 10 points, maybe 12, I say to myself, all right, I accomplished my goal. Now I go to second quarter, I got to get another 8. So if I don't get 8, or if I get 8, I'm like, yo, you got to keep going a little more. You got to get another 2 more full baskets till the quarter's over. By the time the game's over, I got 40, 50 points. And I'm like, yo, that's how I was able to continuously, like, always, like, had that mindset of, like, I'm getting 30, 40 every game. So
tell the people what's your IG, how they can find you, follow you.
My IG is Yatta G2, YATTA G2. I don't do no Twitter. I mean, I really do IG. I don't really be on there like that, but that's my IG. I got a Facebook, Yatta Gaines, YATTA Gaines. And besides that, you know what I'm saying? I'm still playing basketball internationally. I was in Argentina last year.
Okay.
I mean, I've been all, like you said, I've been all over. I've been to China, Saudi Arabia, Malaysia, Venezuela, Turkey, Italy, China. A couple years in NBA. Like, so, I got a lot of years in, a lot of knowledge, and yeah. I mean, you can see me around. I'm in Queens. You know what I'm saying? I ain't too hard to find. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also accessible. Like I said, like, now me being older, like, for me, it's like the addressing the youth. Like, you know what I mean? I want to help, if I can, help a young kid out and develop and get into this aspect, because, us as black in the urban community, a lot of us come from single parent households. You know what I mean? Some of us don't we don't have father figures in our life, or whether it's just the mother and it's just not the proper guidance because maybe she got to work all the time. You know what I'm saying? And she can't be there as much. So, if it's an opportunity where I can help a young kid and develop, and whether it's in high school or whatever, and if I got time, like, I'm willing to help them and, get to the next career path. Because at the end of the day, you're only as good as how much you can help somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So
I appreciate you.
Appreciate you coming through, man. You know what I'm saying? Setting the tone. Most definitely. Be that boy Laying Leezy.
It's JC the Light.
Set the Tone podcast. We out.
You're ready.
All right.
Nigga, I got blue on, nigga. Fuck you.